Hello, welcome back to episode 5 of our Shadowrun Returns playthrough. We are back at the Seamstresses Union after successfully helping Paco rescue Coyote. Let's go take a look over here. No bunks available, but do you have something in a locker for me? Oh, this is my locker. So this is the clothing that we started with. Weapons. So yeah, but we could put stuff there. Okay, so that's our locker. So we get a yellow thing here. Let's go ahead and talk to Dr. Castle. Make it quick, I need to operate. She's a little demon sitting on her shoulder. Thanks for helping me out back there. We're gonna go with the pun. May regret it later. But you could use a hand. Ouch, bad joke right now. Yeah, okay, folks, I'm going to have to ask you to sit in the waiting area. Watch some Trivid or something. This Trivid. This young lady and I have work to do. Yeah, we'll take it easy, and we'll ask questions when she wakes up. Who said anything about me going to sleep? Just give me something to bite on. You're tough, kid, but you're not that tough. Okay, let's take a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote? I earned this face by being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End of story. Whatever you say, kid. One swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty night. Oh, her arm was. Oh, her arm was on the table. Oh, well, that was quite a jump scene. Alright. Coyote looks better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged, and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm. But now that the adrenaline is worn off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Gotta talk to you about Sam. Sam Watts, what about him? He's dead. Holy dreck. Sam? Can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Well, you served him the night he died. What do you remember? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd, as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know, met him. He's a charmer, too. She bites her lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Miss Kubota wanted him ejected. Miss Clue, Mr. Clue, Mr. Clue, I'm gonna go with Clue. Wasn't around. Can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. Said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? Standard Sam Drek, how he grew up rich and didn't deserve this, how he hated his mother, how he loved his mother. It was pretty pathetic stuff. Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. Did you guys jam? Whoa. She smiles at Paco. Easy lover. No, it wasn't like that. We were friends. I guess I knew him the best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. Did he have any enemies? Enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his tail kicked on more than once occasion, but no, I don't think he had any enemies, at least none that I'm aware of. Where did Sam live? On the streets mostly. Occasionally convinced someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome, get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the nights before I saw him last. Aha. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything: booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro, whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. He was sick? Dying, didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. Did he say how he got better? He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Okay, so he probably got like a liver transplant or something, which is why they cut the Ripper cut his liver out. Now I need you two to do something for me. We need, babe. I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I could take another run at it when I recover. But we got the gems. Wait, are we not... Are we not able to... Okay, so maybe we come back. So let's... The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching you through the sheets, blankets, and pillow, you find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear. Look at the image. Pictures of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock on the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tight around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Check the back of the photo. Written in a woman's hand are the words Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. Okay. Let's explore this. Let's talk to Dr. Castle, see if there's any options for us to upgrade. Shadowrunner circles the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread. But in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The Safehouse boasts a fully equipped medical suite, complete with the shamanic fetishes. This is a sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. Sixth world, that's a new one to me. Alright, Dr. Sarah Castle. Doctor herself is an unassuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely if not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle. The spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. Dr. Castle, I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. I suppose you were the one to patch up. I mean, that's... I'm just saying, impressive work. Thank you. It's a shame she wouldn't let me repair her face, though. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service med bay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help you with anything? What cyberware do you have available? Ooh. Extends and enhances your vision, adds plus 3% chance to hit. Silvertech Cyberarm. So the essence cost is how much of your yourself as a being this takes up. Current essence is 5. You can't go below 5.5. I think you have to keep like 0.5 or something. So you already have a data jack. Or maybe the data jack is taking... Oh yeah, data jack takes a half. We started as a decker, so that's why we got the data jack. We get armor implants. Your bones with hard plastic adds +1 to body. As technology cyberleg, adds +8 HP and +1 quickness. The vision thing would be nice. We're gonna check out the gear first. But yeah, if we were to do this, put that here, take us down to 4. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Alright. Let's tell us more. What's on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. Right, let's see your medical supplies. Platinum trauma kit. Gold trauma kit. Wow, those are kind of expensive. Let's pick up a couple basic med kits. Pick up one trauma kit. Sure, we'll put one there. There we go. Alright. So we need the medical supplies. We need a better shotgun, hopefully. Let's see. And we need some... Probably need... Alright. Let's talk to Mr. Mersman. Eric. Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better, not that you look bad now or anything, but each we look terrible. Each one will help you keep on the right side of the ground. Take a look. Okay. We've got the tourist look. Alley Punk gives armor 4, HP plus 3. Right now we're at intelligence plus 1. Okay, so this is all just the basics for now. Algernon. Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. Man seems only half of his realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space, while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Good evening, young dwarf, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon, Half-Dream. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. Let's see what he has. We're probably not going to use them, but it's just interesting. The mage. We have a power bolt. Aim. Dispel magic. Acquire spellcasting 3. Dispels any ongoing effects. Ignores normal armor and targets willpower. Target ignores all enemies. Last 2 rounds. These are some very interesting things. We may have to, in a future run through, play a caster. Alright, let's take a look at our weapons. Smith over here. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc, dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in his picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers, calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman, at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I am your man. How can I help you? Why would we ask what you sell here when he just told me firearms, ammunition, or ordnance? Alright. So we've got some consumables. He's got some grenades. Oh, he's got med kits too. And drone repair kits. Drones, which we won't be using. Then we've got, alright, so here we go. The Benelli Raffaello. Let's get 4 shots. 12 damage a shot. This is 2 shots, 14 a shot. Range short, AoE 6. That's our only options. We'll keep with the street sweeper for now. I need to spend money on a new shotgun that's not really an upgrade. Let's go look at David Fry II. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. David Fry II. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware software that exists, and if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer, or any gear you need? What do you have for sale? Alright, so we have the Sony CTY360. It has no evasion, 1 ESP, 2 action points. we can get these programs. It would be nice to get this and a bunch of programs, but we are just going to get a few programs to run on our cyber deck. I don't know that we have any. Alright, so we will need... let's see... Medic would probably be good. These are consumables, I think. Then we want... Area of effect attack. Killer. Start with those. Alright. Being rude, let me also introduce you to our resident decker and my good friend Johnny Clean. On the same overalls that you saw him in upstairs, down here leaning over a workbench crammed with circuit boards, cables, and chips, Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and as invisible as the most infamous deckers today. Good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. Okay, so I don't know the lore here, but let's see what this is. True, you're part of the Echo Mirage team. Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for over a decade, and he's been smart enough not to tell me. So he sure is not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. Were you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No, janitors never do. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and getting out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Now it's just sort of part of me. Okay, so this has got some more like tutorial options. You can ask about ESPs and decking and all that. So let's go up here and talk to this guy about the gems. Wait, that's Van Grass. Oh, he must be over Mr. Delilah. Oh, there we go. Got a nice yellow triangle. And I think that's Paco standing next to him. Alright. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shoddy on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? We have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. Finally gives you his full attention at the mention of Coyote. Why didn't you say so? Coyote is late and my client is getting anxious. Where is she? Got her arm torn off on the job. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So who are you two? Guys that got your goods. What difference does it make? Don't make no difference to me. Where's the stones? Hold back the pebble with the runes on it and give him the rest. Okay, there's a pebble with the runes on it. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye, moving quickly through what appears to be the most valuable stones. He stops when he can't find what he's looking for. He glares at you furious and throws the rest of the gems in your face. It's not here. What? Exhales slowly and wags his head as he speaks. Let me explain the way the world works to you. I hire someone to do a job, they do it. Then they get paid, and we part happy. Now you have something that I paid Coyote to get for me. That makes it mine, so you give me the pebble, and we won't make any more work for Johnny Clean. Is there another stone? Here you go. In your line of work, short memory can be an asset. This was not one of those times. Coyote may not have told you, but the penalty for being late with delivery was no payment. I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the gems I threw in your face. Mr. Delilah looks you up and down, takes you all in, and smiles to himself. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. Looks like you're impressed him. I know a fence for those gems. Fangraphs. Follow me. Okay, so now we can... Gems we went back and grabbed can be fenced with Mr. 14 conversations at once. Filling with a sigh while noodling on his PDA. You're back, still busy. What's your story? See, you're a busy man. That's right, Anne. So I wouldn't bother if I hadn't come into possession of these rare stones. Rare stones, huh? Let's see these rare stones. You hear the servos of Van Graaf's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Where'd you get this trick? Gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for them. Huh. Sounds good. We'll take 1,000. Don't give me your cred stick. Alright, so we got paid. He had the higher charisma, higher strength. We could strong arm him into paying out a little better. Alright, we'll talk to Miss Kubota later. We'll go back down. Let Coyote know that we finished off her job for her. Alright. Back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take a load off and watch with me? You want to just watch the TV? Alright. Found something in the bunk Sam was using. Yeah, great. What was it? Photo. Did you know Sam had a twin sister? Yeah, I did. He mentioned her once or twice. Didn't sound like they get along that well. Gee, thanks. He was rambling on about her the last time I saw him. By that point, he was completely gone. I really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Comlink chirps, and the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. He's smiling. It must be about money. Are all cops on the take as happy as you? Yeah, we have our own clubhouse and everything. As per our discussion, I'm informing you of another Ripper murder. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. Image on your PDA dissolves as the call ends. Another Ripper murder? Where? Docks, I've got to go. Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before. Something bad happened. Oh, dragged me out before something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off. And Sam was my friend. You head to the docks and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks, I appreciate the help. Alright, so we can't talk to her anymore. And we don't get to watch the game. Take a cab to the SB warehouse. We have some cash, we've got our gear, we've got some meds. Whole control bouncer has the immaculate suit. I see Cody's back, laying on the lower square. We have you to thank for that. Having her back part, yes. You have the gratitude of everyone here, especially mine. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. Big old sheepdog, aren't you? Not the comparison made of most trolls, but I'm happy to defy expectations. I'll ask you a few questions. Hear anything else about Sam's death? We'll stick to the main thing. People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know, or what they don't understand. You have to pay extra for manicure on hands that big. It's not the size they charge more for, it's the blood under the fingernails. I should be going. Alright, so we can't go up there right now, like there's not really an option. We got Paco standing around here. Let's talk to Miss Kubota. See if she has anything else. Mentioned Codys Crusade. What is it? Cody grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through the chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. How'd you get involved in all this? Former runner. Now I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. Alright. Johnsons or Fixers? So, alright, I'll be going now. Not too worried about that. So, take cab to South Seattle Docks. Leaving the seamstresses union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with this latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle is your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken-down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock toward the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Alright, and this is where we will pick up next time. This episode's already running a little long. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.